Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm bringing you to one of the most haunted manors in UK. It is a 15th century manor, and it was built in the 1500th century, and a family by the name of Stanford family lived here, and they experienced a lot of phenomena, things moving, doors slamming, doorknobs moving. So let's go and investigate it.
In the 1950s, there was a caretaker who lived here in the house, and they had apartments down below in our basements. And there, they had 2 children, who worked here, and grandchildren. When their grandchildren came, the grandchildren had a little red toy tractor, and they would cycle this toy tractor up and down the corridors downstairs, down below in the basement area. And one day, the little boy, he was about 5, because I interviewed him, saw him as an adult. He was about 40 when I saw him and interviewed him, and he told me the story. When he was about 5, he said he'd left the tractor in the corridors downstairs, went back to it to play on it, and when he went back to it, he saw a nun sitting on the tractor.
Oh wow. And
then he went, "Oi, get off my bike," and then she disappeared.
Wow.
So I said to him, "How did you know at that age she was a nun?" And he said, "Because she was dressed in black," and I said, "Did you see her face?" And he said, "No, she had a veil. It was like she had a veil draped over the front of her face."
Did you know what happened to the nun, Agnes, who was supposedly, buried just outside in the front?
Of course I do, yes. Sister Agnes. Well, the house was haunted in Victorian times by a lady dressed in white with long golden hair flowing down her back. And people who lived there in that time used to see her a lot. And they wondered who she was. At one time, a colonel was visiting, and he was in the corridor along there, and she appeared to him. When she appeared, he thought, I wonder if you have the power of speech. So he spoke to her and said, do you have the power of speech? And she replied, and she said, "I cannot rest until my body is buried on consecrated ground, and the masses have been said over my grave on All Souls Day." Well, with that, a few months later, they decide to hold a seance. And they hold the seance on the 11th of November, 1896, in a room just over there.
So nothing's touched in this room. Still the same.
So still the same, the wallpaper.
Wow. Awesome.
It's amazing. So they held a seance in this room?
So they held a seance on the 11th of November 1896 in here. Now we know what happened exactly because somebody transcribed in shorthand exactly what was said. On the seance there was a famous medium of her day who was called Ada Goodrich Freya. There was a colonel. There was Eleanor Stanford, who was Ellen Stanford's mother, and one of the daughters. And they were all in here, and they used a Ouija board, and it says they had a board with red letters going around it. When they asked, is anybody here, 3 spirits came through. And the spirit that was moving the glass, if you like, and doing the talking, called herself Sister Caroline. So they assumed from Sister Caroline that these spirits were nuns and monks. They said there was Sister Caroline, Sister Agnes, who we now assume is the White Lady, and Friar Martin, who was a monk. They said that they were nuns and monks from the 1500s. When they asked about who was doing the haunting, they said Sister Agnes, and they said curse her. They said she'd been excommunicated for the church for misdoings. Well, with that, they told the seance. Then later on, a few months later, in January 1897, the house was plagued by bad smells. So the family then, if you know in Victorian times, assumed smells to carry diseases.
Yeah.
So the family moved out and the servants all remained behind, and they called in workmen to dig up the drains which run along the back of the house here. And of course, when the workmen dug up the drains, outside of the room behind us, on the patio or under the patio, they found a skeleton.
Oh, wow.
My goodness.
So they called in a doctor, and the doctor said that these bones were 400 years old.
Wow.
But of course, remember, there was no carbon dating then, it was just his opinion, but he said they were very old. They were bright orange in colour, and he said it was a young woman who had perfect teeth as well. But the skeleton had not been laid to rest like a burial. She'd not been buried east to west as you would in a Christian burial. There was no sign of a coffin. There were no grave goods.
Oh, God.
She'd been like stuffed into a hole. So her body was crumpled, if you like, and like almost stuffed in a hole.
Oh,
Really horrible, way.
Horrible, yeah. So we assume.
And is there ever sightings of her now, or she
There's
doesn't?
still sightings of her now, mainly outside.
Okay.
Yeah, people have been joined by a lady in white as they're walking along through the gardens. People have taken pictures with their cameras, and they've come in and said, "Oh, I've got this lady in white behind me in the pictures." She's seen walking from the churchyard, because eventually they did bury her in the churchyard, but secretly one night, John Bennett Stamford, the son of the owner of the house, together with grave diggers, went to bury her against the north wall of the churchyard. The minister of the church then wouldn't let them do a proper burial, because he said she was Roman Catholic nun and he didn't want that on this Protestant ground. So that's why they had to secretly bury her there. So she is on consecrated ground now, but we still sense her a lot in the house. She comes forward a lot in the house, but she's seen outside. People have seen nuns outside at night walking past. So yeah, she's very much alive.
And I have one last question for you. Are you a believer or a skeptic?
Definitely a believer. Normal one.
So guys, I'm just in the dining room. As I told you guys before, it's a 15th century manor and it's believed to be haunted. Now the Stamford family lived here for a long time, and they had a lot of paranormal things that they couldn't explain. As you heard in the Cleves room, they had a seance, but apparently there's nothing unusual going on in this dining room. But this is the dining room. It's just awesome. I'm sorry about the background noise. I suppose this is how the table would have been laid in those times. Let's get on with our paranormal investigation, guys. We're now in the drawing room. It's so elaborate, so beautiful. Imagine living in a manor like this. The Stamford family obviously lived here for a very, very long time. Apparently, there's a spirit of a dog here as well. And just outside this building, there's a pet cemetery.
Today I brought an EMF reader, which is an electromagnetic field. So if any spirits were here, they would be able to manipulate the meter to go to maybe red or yellow, and it wouldn't be a green light, it would be a red or yellow light. So it is very interesting to see, and at the moment it doesn't seem like there's any activity here because it is on the lower end of the scale, but this can be manipulated at any time.
So we're going to do a couple of experiments. As AJ said, we've got the EVP, and also we've brought a couple of pieces of paper where we're going to draw an X, and then we're going to put a car, a little Hot Wheel on there, and we're going to see if it moves or not.
I just walked here, and as I did, I literally just got a bit of, like, it wasn't, like, yeah, it's not my camera. I literally got a bit of, like, the scale went up just a minute ago.
Wow.
This lady here, her name was, before she was married, her name was Diana MacDonald, and she was born in Preston Manor in 1866. And she was a twin, so she had an identical twin sister, whose name was Christiana, but they always called her Lily. And Lily and Diana were what we might call psychic, in that they saw ghosts. They saw the ghost of the White Lady. When Diana got married, when she was in her late 20s, she stopped being interested in the ghost stories. But her sister carried on. Her sister didn't marry, and Lily lived here until she was in her 30s, and she continued to be fascinated by the paranormal. And she held seances here to try to contact. What I love about this portrait is partly it looks as though Diana is looking off screen, as it were. It looks as though she's looking at a ghost, and also the fact that she's wearing white gives her a ghostly appearance.
Definitely.
But also, kind of slightly spookily, in the Edwardian times, looking at the early years of the 20th century, women didn't wear makeup on their faces. But one thing they did do, they would use a blue pencil, like this one, and they would paint in the veins on their hands, like this. Now, why did they do this? It looks a little more like a ghoulish skeleton sort of hand, doesn't it? But they would do this to make themselves look what we call blue-blooded, like they're related to royalty. But they're very pale and upper class, because that was the conventional look at the time. And I think it's very effective, actually. I think it looks rather nice. And they would do the veins on the neck as well. So this was a sign of being very elegant. And I think when the artist painted Diana, look at that hand. You can see the veins on her hand, very much like the veins see how I painted mine.
Oh yeah.
And I wonder whether she had used the blue pencil on her hand to paint the blue veins in.
Wow.
So that, I personally would like to revive this look in makeup. It looks rather.
It does look quite cool.
It looks quite maybe a little bit Halloween.
Yeah. But it is, but that's something I never knew about.
Yeah,
I never knew that was something.
They didn't wear lipstick or anything, because if you wore lipstick or any makeup around your face, then you would be considered to be an actress.
Okay.
And it was only people on stage who would wear makeup. And the artist has made her face more defined. It looks like she's wearing makeup. She isn't, but she may well be wearing makeup in this style on her hands.
Wow.
The one occasion where I think I have had an experience with a ghost dog is a couple of summers ago. A colleague of mine was she had a meeting to do with an event outside, so she brought her dogs with her.
Yeah.
So they were outside, and she took the dogs around to where they were going to have the meeting outside.
Sure.
And some other members of her group turned up to join with her, and I opened the door, and they said, "Oh, we'd like to meet up with Charlotte." And I saw she's gone out that way with her dogs. And as I closed the door, this door here, right by those pet portraits, was closed. And I heard this kind of scrape. You know how a dog would do
Scratching on the door,
on the door?
yes.
And I think it was because the ghost dog, if you like, sensed that there were dogs come here. And it kind of wanted to meet it, but it didn't make me jump at all.
Of course, yeah. So the
Something
EMF,
here.
AJ's EMF has just gone off.
Let me start recording. At the moment, this just went off a second ago. Is there anything that could have done it? No, but look, nothing on the safe.
So let's see if we can.
Nothing up here. That was really weird. It's almost as if it's following us into the rooms.
So we've got a spirit who's following us. This used to be the servants' headquarters. Not headquarters, but the servants' quarters. So this is how they used to live. So this is the kitchen, guys. Guys, I've gone a bit cold now. I just went really cold, AJ.
Yeah.
Really, really cold. Just here. Come and feel.
I think I came in this room a long time ago. Am I allowed to place it on the table here?
So, I
In this room,
felt
am I allowed to place it on the table?
really, really cold, guys. Let me just open my camera. There we are. So this was the servants' quarters, I'm
So this is the
presuming.
kitchen, so this is where they would have prepared the meals for the family.
Perfect.
Would there have been... Okay,
So,
this
It's
is
really weird.
where they would cook the food.
so AJ's
Are the bells along here as well?
Sorry?
Are the bells near here? The bells...
Yeah, the bells are here.
Oh, okay.
So we've been told that long. Did you hear the meow?
I'm sure that was just a child.
No, it was a meow.
Was there cats here? In the dead?
Yeah, the dogs and cats.
Okay.
I just heard a meow
I thought it was I
distinctly.
thought it may have been a child.
No, it was meow. My cameras picked that up.
Oh, look. EMF's going off.
There you go. Guys, did you see that? The EMF's just gone off. I think that's a validation, no?
So, okay.
Do you want me to leave my camera here?
No.
And then, if anyone's here, cat, dog, any of the members of the servants or
Please.
the
manipulate
family,
EMF.
could you please
Or
present yourselves?
use your energy to emit a radiation to the EMF.
Guys, it might have been really slight, but I hope I caught it on camera. It was a sudden shift in energy.
Okay.
So
and these
let's.
Are the bells.
These are the bells. Now, what we've been told is
They're all disconnected now, aren't they?
I think so. Do you like the bells?
apparently.
Only one of them is these days, it's the back door. Yeah, they're mostly not.
Only one.
Okay.
The back door one.
Back door. The front. Oh,
I think
so
that's right, yeah.
so this is the back door one, and apparently it is still
Connected.
But basically, I've heard rumours that. Oh, look! As I put this up,
There you go,
the
guys.
EMF is going off.
Woohoo!
It's not. I don't think it's this area because it wasn't doing that a minute ago, and it's just gone again,
Did you
just like
guys see
that.
that? Look,
Oh, it's going quite high.
look at that.
Wow.
This is exciting.
So something definitely is. Or unless it's just a. No, look, there's nothing that's stopped.
Look at this, guys.
Right, it's completely stopped. Not in this area. Not, and by the way, there's no buttons behind this either, or there's only one button to press on, and that is it. There's no
Scones.
This is all. It's just thought. If you like to ring these bells, please can you make the EMF if they go off? If you've ever rung these bells before in the past. Look, okay, so that's interesting, it's gone off. Thank you, I appreciate that.
Did it go off again?
Yeah. Were
Fantastic.
you a worker here? Please make the EMF reader go off if you're a worker.
Yes.
Okay.
It's validation, guys.
Did you like the owners? Please make it go off if you liked the owners. So you didn't like the owners.
I've heard these bells ring and they're not even connected. There's only one bell that's connected and that's the back door.
Again.
Wow.
Heard it now. Again, clear me out. Look at that as well. But I'm not sure, did you hear the meow then as well?
Wow.
I don't know what to do with that. Is it? I don't know if the cat would even understand if I asked if it's still. Are you present still?
That's really strange because this is the second time I heard a meow distinctly.
I'm going to play this back for you guys so you guys can hear the meow for yourself. You guys let me know if you guys hear it.
Right, let's go into the next room. Is it this way?
Which way would you like this?
So we go through it.
Perfect.
Wow, this is dark. Ooh, that's a bath.
Oh wow, that's quite cool.
Oh, look at that.
Wait,
Look at that. It suddenly went all red.
is he bringing your camera in? Is it the camera just doing
No,
it?
it's not the camera.
That is interesting.
It's a
It
shift
may be
of
the
energy.
pipes, but
It's really cold down here, guys. Oh my god, you scared the life out of me.
oh wow. By the way.
Let's go see upstairs, the bedrooms and everything. Continue your tour upstairs. So let's go upstairs. Mind your heads, everyone. Well, meaning the crew behind me. You know, guys, it's really chilly here.
It is quite cold.
It's really, really cold.
Like compared to the rest of the house.
It's a shift in energy completely. Because when we started off, it was really hot, and obviously I'm wearing the jacket.
It's almost as if the windows open or something.
Yeah, man. I've got really, really cold.
It's much colder up here.
So, guys, this is one of the bedrooms. I can't breathe. Ooh. I feel really...
Which room is this?
So this is one of the maid's rooms.
Maid's rooms.
So is this where the poltergeist activity happens?
I think it's some of it. Yeah, I think it's either this one or the next one.
Should we put
one of them down here?
Yeah.
Are we allowed to?
Yeah,
Yeah, perfect.
I just feel really like an oppressed feeling, like
Oppressed.
really heavy,
Yeah.
and I'm really cold. It's really strange.
It's a bit, yeah, it's weird.
It's as though I've gone really breathless,
I'm going to put
and
one of these down.
we're going to leave a piece of paper on the floor, guys, and then we're going to place a car. X
Yeah.
marks the point of where the car is,
I'll place the car X just here.
and then we'll see if
Oh.
it moves.
Which one should I leave? Yeah, I'll leave this one here.
Look, the EMFs
I'll leave it just
flashing.
before the edge so we know it's at the
Someone's very curious, I must
So-
say.
I'm going to leave this here. Please feel free to move it.
Spirit, please, if you're here,
Please leave
Please.
a sign by moving this.
by
We'll come back to this.
moving the car.
So guys, we're going to come back to this. Wait, actually.
So we're going to leave that on the
What
floor.
we're going to do is we're going to leave that Hot Wheel on the floor with the cross and see if when we come back where it's moved the floor.
Guys, I must say, this
These
point,
blocks have sometimes moved.
just here,
So it is going to be really
it
interesting
is
to see
freezing.
whether it moves or not. And I
I'm
am
not
quite
exaggerating
comfortable
it. I know
here.
it's next to a window, but it is
Very
really
cold
cold. It's really,
So
the
it is
energy's
really interesting.
changed, and it's really shifted, and it's
So we'll leave
freezing.
that there.
Right, so we're going to leave that there, guys. And we're going to go into the next room. So this is another maid's room.
Again, really, really cold. Is anyone here with us at the moment? The place again.
Right. We're going to leave another piece of paper here and then come back to it. Right. Let's go to the next
Do you have a
room.
marble as well?
No, it's very strange. It disappeared. Very, very strange. Might I go in here? Thank you. This is the lady of the house's bathroom. So guys, again, it's a really oppressive feel. It's a very heavy energy and it's really cold. So that was Mrs. Stanford. Right, let's go this way, guys. Thank you. So we're going to go upstairs. Whoa, you scared me. I thought you were a ghost. Huh? So, this is... Whose bedroom is this?
So, we've got Ellen's bedroom and so this is Ellen's bedroom.
So that's
and
Mr. Stanford.
So this is Ellen's.
Alan is Mr. Stanford?
Ellen. So Ellen is the lady.
Ellen. Oh, okay. And this is the gentleman's room.
Yeah. So
guys, this is Mr. Stanford's room. And apparently a staff member was punched in the back here whilst he was cleaning it. Obviously he didn't want to be disturbed. Guys, this room feels a bit warmer. And let's go to Ellen's room. Right guys, it's really odd because my camera stopped recording. It's very, very strange. It just turned itself off there for a few seconds. They have kept this room exactly the same. Guys, it's really, this room's quite warm, but the maids' quarters, they were really, really cold, and they had a very oppressive feel to them. Now, I'll show you a photo, and this is a photo of a dog, and I think he was the family dog.
Ellen, are you here with us at the moment?
They were all hunters.
Ellen, are you here with us at the moment?
I understand one of the ladies' sons passed away in the war.
Or is anyone here with us at the moment? Any of the Stanford family, are you here with us at the moment? Please can you manipulate this device?
Apparently, this staircase is famous for a lady in white. She haunts this staircase. And apparently a little dog's been seen on the staircase as well. And whose bedroom is this?
this is Charles's.
Charles. So is this the little boy's room?
So this is the man of the house.
Oh, man of the house.
Yes.
So
Charles
guys,
Thomas Stanford.
so guys, this is the place where a staff member was punched in the back. Apparently he's still a skeptic. I don't know how someone would be skeptic if they've had... This is his nightgown. Charles Stanford, if you're here with us, could you please make that EVP turn...
EMF.
EMF, not EVP. Sorry, guys. EMF turn a different colour, like we witnessed downstairs. So he's not here today. Nicholas said that this is one of the most haunted rooms of the manor. So AJ, this is one of the most haunted rooms of the manor.
So should we put the... Should we...
Well, let's try the EMF.
Is anyone here
I
with
heard
us?
that.
I don't know, I feel like it's children.
Okay.
But is anyone here with us at the moment? car hasn't moved.
Unfortunately, this car hasn't moved either. So, huge thank you to the staff members here for allowing us to go outside to the pet cemetery to film the last bit for you guys.
Absolutely. Thank you. And sorry about my hair, guys. With this hat.
Well, we need our torches out there. Apparently, it's really dark. But the 4 dogs that I showed you guys, they've all been buried out there. So we're just going to where the pets have been buried.
So, lined up along the south wall and along that part of the western wall are all these small
Graves.
pet headstones.
Oh.
Commemorating family pets. And I think there's one to mark where George the Pavilion cat is buried.
Oh, wow.
We heard a meow.
Yes,
We
that's
heard
crazy.
2 times, and I said to him, I just heard a meow, and he said he didn't
No,
hear
the
it. He
second
said
time I
it's
heard
the
it,
children, and then the second time it was a distinct meow. So guys, that's validation.
So there are, I think, 16 headstones
16 headstones
for dogs and cats.
for dogs and cats, guys.
The inscriptions are unfortunately becoming quite difficult to read.
Oh, Fritz. I can see Fritz.
Dearest Fritz, yes.
Oh,
1891.
dearest. 1891,
Wow,
guys.
1891.
Claude or Cloud or
My down? No. I know this is my, but I can't see. Wow.
oh, and that one's completely faded. How sad is this? Look at that. Oh, so there's 16 headstones, especially for their beloved pets who are laid to peace, laid to rest here. May they rest in peace.
Oh, it was poisoned, this one.
This one was poisoned.
So, this one is a dear, was
A friend.
and he was cruelly poisoned and died in consequence.
Oh,
Well, 17th century. Somebody sadly poisoned. August 1902.
so I'm just gonna go. So this is all headstones, guys.
So you can see how old this building is for it to have.
There's George.
There's George.
George the pavilion cat, guys.
So
Wow, this is George the Pavilion cat.
So I think he is our last internee. And is that 1980?
Yes.
1980.
1980 something.
Yeah. So
Wow.
Rest in peace, George.
yeah. So the last stone is this one here.
And that's the
Sammy.
last George.
Sammy. Yeah.
And that's Sammy.
Wow.
The Manor cat.
The Manor cat,
Maybe
guys.
that's what we heard. Maybe it was Sammy we heard.
Thank you so much indeed, Chris.
Very welcome.
Thank you for your time. I hope you've all enjoyed this video. The manor was over 500 years old. It's got amazing history to it. The Stanford family, they lived there many years. They had lots of cats and lots of dogs. The validation which I found really interesting was when I heard the meowing downstairs. I hope my cameras caught that for you guys. But later on, because I told AJ, can you hear a cat meow? Now, later on, he heard a cat meow too. So, and later on, when we went to the pet cemetery, we found 2 gravestones, one of George and one of Sammy the manor cat. So that's validation. Also, we had a couple of high EMF readings during our tour over there. And what I also found interesting was upstairs in one of the servants' room, I felt I couldn't breathe. I felt really cold. it was such an oppressive, such a heavy feel on my chest. So I thought I'll let you guys in on that one. Watch the video, let me know what you think, drop a comment. If you're new to this channel, please do subscribe. It's free to subscribe. Also drop me that like, please. I appreciate all your comments. I'm trying to get other places to go to. You know, as it's COVID, there's a lot of places they're not allowing us to film. So please bear with me. Happy Halloween to you guys. Make sure you're safe and safely social distancing. Yeah, please do drop me that like. It's really important. There's a bell thing, and just press that and then it'll notify you the next time I have a video up. Please put this on your diaries. On the 14th of November, we are going ghost hunting to a haunted prison. Yeah, you heard it here, a haunted prison. So thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned and love you all. God bless.